Where do these American cultists come from? How is it that, as Lito points out, they're just willing to throw themselves over a cliff for this guy who's going to bring them nothing?
I think that the whole effort to defund public education right now is feeding into it. I wasn't homeschooled, but I went to a very small private Christian school where for many years there were just 3 of us in the whole entire school. And one of our topics was the Bible.
You can't put that milk on your mustache.
Another was Christian literature. So the indoctrination that happens, it's pretty intense. And we're up 50% of people homeschooling their children. And there are all these companies that are profiting, raising tons of money so that uneducated parents, just as the former president likes, are choosing what their children will learn. And that's a huge problem. And this is falling right in line with creating and cultivating grooming, dare I say, but that's part of it.
I agree with you. See how much they're willing to overlook in order to support this former president. For example, Caitlyn Jenner.
I feel like our best hope to get back to a constitutional government is in the Republican Party.
Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican. Can you explain that to me? Because so you just explained that to me. So for someone who is willing to deny her humanity, she's going to say, I'm one of them. I don't get.
She can afford to. She really not a role model for anybody.
Because when it all,
well, that's it. I mean, that's it. It's her
privilege.
ego and money and privilege.
She doesn't think it applies to
all
her.
been discussing.
None of this applies to her.
They think it won't happen to me, not in this country. People are
Oh
giving
my
the
God.
speeches. When you ask why can Caitlyn Jenner think this way, again, it's money. They know that their money and their influence and their connections are going to buy them exemption if that proverbial shit does hit the fan.
It's the same with Black Republicans.
Gay Republican.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a gay Republican? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Latino Republicans, same thing.
Anyone with a
Republicans.
uterus. Anyone with a uterus, right?
If you're not white, at the end of the day, you're out. I just think the logic that people have is just ridiculous. And so if folks are angry about whatever they think they're angry about, the person that you are making a home for, this former president, is a monster. Have you just lost your mind? And so I think we just have to sort of figure out how to have those kinds of conversations to say, if you are upset about something, you vote for someone else in the next election, but you don't let a monster come back into office by staying home. Black Republicans, I think, are the same. Folks part of the LGBTQ community who are Republican. This is what I say to folks. If you're a Republican before 2016, I get it. But if you are a Republican after 2016 and going through 2020, there's no way you can tell me that all the things that you are seeing, that you are okay with them. Something that's happening that is so important to you that you're willing to overlook women having to use their bodies against their will, people not having the right to vote, telling people that they're not human because they're not like you, LGBTQIA, telling people that they shouldn't have social safety networks, telling people that they shouldn't have social security or health. So I think that something else is there that causes a person to say, I am so linked to being a Republican in this party after 2020 that I'm willing to give up all of this and the humanity of others to be one of them.